Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is March 28th, 2026, and this is my weekly market review. I'm reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over here to these charts and see what we see. The Russell is the one that I thought would be a little bit stronger and and try to hold up before this thing actually goes crazy to the downside. And it did kind of do that this week. But on this quarterly chart, let me resize this, zoom in a little bit here. We got this, still got this red doji piercing pattern at the top with a big tail on there. We're still quite a ways above pivot. So there's quite a ways that this Russell can actually really drop once it does start dropping, if it drops, and based on what I'm seeing right here. All right, let's go down to our monthly chart. On our monthly chart, the Russell has gotten below the 9-10 moving average. Let me just zoom in here a little bit more. And this is the 9-10 moving average, this blue line right here. We have gotten a close below that, just barely below that. The Russell is in a bear market also, just like all the other indexes. And come next month, this is also the end of the quarter. Come next quarter, we will be opening below the pivot. So again, we can get a little bit more slippage to the downside. So be careful about that. Trade accordingly. Take a look at your trading plans and your trading strategies and make the adjustments that you need to make at this time. All right, let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, let me zoom in here. On this weekly chart, the Russell is fighting here in this area right now. It hasn't gotten below the 50 moving average yet on this weekly chart. It is down at a support 3 level though. That's where I kind of expect the bounce. It is trying to hold there. But the other thing that I'm seeing come next month, look like we will be opening below pivot. So if we end up opening below pivot, we will probably eventually go ahead and get down to this 50 if this thing doesn't bounce and return around. But we are fighting in a demand area where this market it's like you see, you're not getting the big slip to the downside. You're not getting the big move to the downside. The Russell is, it's a bigger index. Maybe it's just taking its time. It has to take its time about working its way out of their positions in order to be able to pull the bids out and this thing actually really give you a hard drop to the downside like we've seen back over here. Because again, we are at a demand level where this market may try. It's slowed down a little bit based on what we're seeing here on the chart at this time But let's go ahead and go down to our daily noise, because let's see what we see there and wrap this on up. Almost went the wrong direction. On this daily noise, also here on this day, let me zoom in. Let's take a quick look at the big picture. This is the 50, this green line up here. This is the 200 right here. We're fighting at a 200 right here, right now. So let you see that right quick on this daily picture Let's zoom in here a little bit on this daily picture What you can see here is that the Russell is doing what some of the other indexes have already done. The Russell is kind of fighting to stay above the 200 but like the other indexes have slipped below the 200 and dropped even more, the Russell may do the same thing. This week, as you can see, and as I was expecting, the Russell did give us a pretty good bounce. It actually gave us some green days here, but we ended up with a doji. We ended up with an evening star, and we ended up with commitment to the downside here on the Russell. So come next week, this thing probably will end up dropping below the 200, and you're getting some crazy slippage to the downside, but I don't know. But that's just what we see here. We have got a confirmation that this thing can turn around. It's a funny looking evening star, but we have to kind of like pay attention to what we are seeing here on the chart. The other thing that's happening here on this daily chart that we see come next week, we will be opening below pivot. So again, below pivot, one of my rules, below pivot, stay below pivot. And above pivot, as you can see here, we did open above pivot, and it did stay pretty much above pivot until the last day after we got this bearish looking pattern, this bearish looking evening star. So then, pay attention to your patterns But that's it. That's pretty much what I see. I hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. This is Right Side Trader. Talk to you guys next week. Have a good one. Later. Bye.